Hi, good evening everyone. So everyone able to see my screen? Can you confirm anyone? Am I audible? Yeah. So can you see me everyone? So my video is viewable, right? So everyone able to see my video, right? Fine. Let's get started. It's already 7:03, right? So let's get started. Fine. Yeah. So introduction to DevOps and multi-cloud. Okay. So this is a multi-cloud with DevOps master program. So before going to discuss about this, okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ram. I'm having 16 plus years of experience in IT. Last 8.5 years, I'm working on DevOps practices, and I'm having teaching experience 6 plus years. Skill sets. My skill sets are Java, Windows, Linux, DevOps, and multi-cloud, AWS, Azure, GCP. Right. So currently, I'm handling multiple projects. Okay, I'm working as a senior architect with one of the MNC company. Fine. Yeah. Let's get started. So still people are joining. Okay. Anyways, let's get started here. So echo coming. So everyone getting the same. So my voice is audible. So my voice is clear, everyone. Can you confirm anyone? One more time. Fine. Yeah. So today's agenda here is what are the prerequisites to join multi-cloud with DevOps? Okay. And who can join this course? Who can learn this multi-cloud with DevOps? And a course information, and also instructions to attend this course. What is DevOps? What is automation? So why the project teams are looking for DevOps and cloud platforms? So what is the role and responsibilities of DevOps engineer in real-time projects and SDLC process? Okay. So these are all we are going to discuss today. Fine. Yeah. So what are the prerequisites to join this multi-cloud with DevOps? Okay. So who can join? So what are the prerequisites? Okay. So people are thinking like we require developing background, testing background, and admin background, right? So not like that. Okay. See here, no prerequisite to join this multi-cloud with DevOps. So if you want to learn multi-cloud with DevOps, we don't require any prerequisites. So anyone can learn, anyone can switch into multi-cloud with DevOps. So non-IT guys, freshers, right? And IT guys, so yeah, who are working as a developer, tester, and admin, support guys, right? Call center guys. So anyone can switch their current role to multi-cloud with DevOps role. Why I'm talking about multi-cloud? Okay. So every organization, at least they are looking for two clouds. So currently, so AWS, Azure, GCP, Google Cloud Platform, these three are very popular cloud platforms, right? So every organization, at least they are using at least two cloud platforms, right? So either AWS and Azure, or AWS and GCP, or Azure GCP, like that, right? So minimum two platforms. In our project, we are using four platforms: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Along with that, we are using DigitalOcean also, DigitalOcean, right? So in the market, we have 26 more clouds are available. 26 more clouds, okay? Yeah. So here, no prerequisite to join multi-cloud with DevOps. So here, very first one, you need to spend time. Your time is very important, right? So 3 months to 3.5 months, 3 months to 3.5 months, you need to spend 2 to 3 hours daily, right? So 1 hour live class and 1.5 hour to 2 hours you need to practice daily, right? So your time is very important here. So coming 3 to 3.5 months, you need to dedicate for 2 to 3 hours daily, right? Yeah, so if you follow this, if you dedicate 2 to 3 hours daily, so within 3.5 months, you can easily crack your interview, and also you can easily switch to DevOps project. Yeah, your effort, right? So people are yeah, so normally I am seeing my previous batch guys, few guys, so they are practicing in weekends only. That is not good practice, right? So daily basis everyone should practice. You need to spend some time, right? You need to put your efforts, right? So daily basis you need to practice. So people are practicing, so Monday to Friday sessions would be happen, right? So that 5 days sessions they are practicing in weekends. That is not good practice, right? So daily basis everyone should practice. Fine. Next one, your dedication. Dedication is most important, right? So one day practice, one day skip. Do, yeah, don't do like that, right? So people are, yeah, in my previous batch most of the people, 80 to 90% of the people, they are practicing daily basis. They are doing their tasks which I provided, and they are attending the live class daily basis, right? And also they are spending 2 to 3 hours daily. So in my previous batch already, so few guys already got offers, right? In my previous batch, right? So currently 87 batch is going. So our batch is 88 batch. Okay, our batch number is 88 batch. This is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. So Monday to Friday live classes would be, and sometimes I'll cover weekends also, right? So classroom online both are available. So if you want to come down to classroom, you can come down, or else you can attend online. You can attend online, right? So both are same, right? Both are very interactive, right? So if you have any questions, you can ask me. I give you time for asking questions, right? Yeah, every batch is having one WhatsApp group. In that, while practicing, if you are facing any issues, you can take the screenshot and post into the group, right? So, and also moreover, I share my number with everyone, right? I provide my mobile number. So normally trainers, they never give their numbers. Okay. So every student is having my number. I give my number, right? So if you want to talk to me, if you have any challenges, you can reach out to me, right? Yeah. So your dedication is very important. And also, see here, who can join this course? Who can join this course? Who can learn this, right? See here, IT employees, developers, testers, support guys, right? Support engineers, production support, right? Yeah, so any kind of support, right? And also non-IT people, non-IT guys. In my previous batch, one civil engineer is there. Civil engineer is having nearly 14 to 15 years experience. So recently he learned DevOps and he switched to DevOps project, right? And also pharma background guys, pharma background, right? So any guy, anyone can then, yeah, non-IT people can easily switch to DevOps role. So our course starts from very scratch level, very basic level. So what is server, what is network, what is switch, what is router, what is load balancer, what is IP address, what is subnet mask, what is gateway, what is backup. These are all will be covered in our course, right? Yeah, so that is why anyone can easily learn multi-cloud with DevOps. So before going to cloud, before going to DevOps, first we'll try to understand all the basics. Okay. Next one, freshers. So the people who are, yeah, 2024 pass outs and 2023 pass outs, 2022 pass outs. So any freshers, they can easily learn multi-cloud with DevOps, and they can easily switch into multi-cloud with DevOps projects, right? And also very important one, the people who are having some career gap also can join this course. For example, yeah, so career gap, 2 years gap, 1 year gap, 6 months gap, right? They can easily learn, they can easily switch to DevOps role. So how can you switch to DevOps role? So how to prepare your resume? I prepare your resume, and what are the challenges we face in real-time projects? What are the day-to-day activities? What are the tickets? What are the activities? So everything will be covered in our course. Okay. Yeah. So the people who are having career gap also easily learn DevOps and multi-cloud, and you can easily switch to DevOps project. Okay. Yeah. I build your resume, and I prepare for interview, right? And also I give you some tips and tricks. How can you crack your interview? How can you cope up in the projects, right? So everything will be covered in our course. Fine. Yeah, so this is the course information. Course name, multi-cloud with DevOps. So trainer name, my name is Ram. I'm having 16 plus years of experience. Okay, so last 8.5 years, working on DevOps and cloud technologies, and 6 plus years teaching experience I have. Yeah, this course duration 3 to 3.5 months. So it takes 3.5 months, not 3 months. It takes 3.5 months. Sometimes weekends also I'll be cover. Okay. Yeah. And frequency, class frequency, Monday to Friday. So daily 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. And sometimes Saturdays and Sundays also will be covered. Saturdays and Sundays also will be covered. Okay. So weekly 5 days. Okay. Sometimes weekends also. Right. So class duration 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST daily live class. So online classroom both are available. Okay. And course material. For every topic, document will be provided. Every concept, one soft copy will be provided. Okay. So class videos, backup videos will be provided 1 year access. So 1 year you can access. And course fee, it's 20,000, 20K, right? Yeah. So this is multi-cloud with DevOps, right? Yeah. So only AWS DevOps people are charging 18,000, 19,000 something outside, right? So this is multi-cloud with DevOps. In this course, AWS, Azure, GCP, three cloud platforms will be covered. Along with that, Linux also will be covered. Shell scripting also will be covered, right? Yeah. Clear, right, everyone? Software, it is clear, right? Any questions, anyone so far? Anyone having any questions, you can ask me now. I give you unmute option. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now. Yeah. So go ahead, please. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Anyone? Online classroom. Yeah. Someone asking, Hemant is asking the question in the chat. Yeah. So learn Maven, build in, okay, Maven is used for Java projects. Do we need to have knowledge on Java? Not required. So developing background not required here. Okay, testing background not required. So we don't have any coding part here. So DevOps and cloud is not having any coding part. Okay, that you need to keep in your mind. So every people, yeah, everyone thinking like, so I need a developing background, testing background like that. So not don't think like that, right? So this is a purely automation role and cloud role, right? It is not development role, testing role. Go ahead, please. Someone asking some question here. You can unmute and you can ask if you have any questions. Online guys. Classroom guys, do you have any questions? If you have any
Hi, sir.
questions, you can ask. Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
related to automation testing kind of role or
No, 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 not automation testing. This is automation is nothing but here in the DevOps. So what automation we do? For example, daily activities, code deployments, code merging, code pulling, code pushing. So whatever activities we are doing manually, those we can do in automated way by using DevOps tools like Jenkins, Kubernetes, Docker, Ansible, right? The automation tools. By using automation tool, we can automate the manual activities. This is not
so
testing.
all these
This is
tools
not.
will be covered as part of this course?
Yes, yes, yes. I'll show you
Oh,
that. Wait for
okay.
some time. What are the tools we are
Sure,
going to
sure.
cover,
Okay.
discuss? Yeah, we'll see that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. That will be covered. Yes. IAS, PAS, SAS, that will be covered. Yes. Fine. Any other questions, anyone, before going to DevOps introduction? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so yes, I give you live examples. Okay. Yeah, wait for some time. Definitely that will be covered. So someone asking the question here, Oracle DBA. I'm an Oracle DBA admin. How will integrate this with data? Okay, database also covered in our course. Yes. So database services there in AWS, that will be covered. So DB guys also switching their current role to DevOps role currently. Database admins, right? In my previous batch, yeah, one guy Oracle admin, Oracle database admin, Oracle database. So he learned DevOps and he switched to DevOps role currently. Fine. Yeah. Now let's go back to someone asking CI/CD. CI/CD also will be covered. Yes, CI/CD is most important here for automation. Currently, we are using Agile methodology, right? In Agile, CI/CD is most important here. CI/CD. What is CI/CD? Anyone? Yes, continuous integration, continuous deployment. That will be covered. Docker Kubernetes also. I'll show you that. Wait for some time. So, what are the tools we are going to discuss? I'll show you that. Okay. Yeah. Someone asking about ADF. So you can check the course content as per the course content. So currently, whatever services are high demand, having high demand currently. So I provide you course content. You can check it out. Okay. Is there any monitoring services? Yes. Monitoring. Sorry. Yeah, I confused. Morning classes also going, back to back batches going, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, back to back batches going. So those batches already in mid, right? So this is fresh batch. So morning batches already, yeah. So next batch, it takes some time. Morning 8 to 9, one more batch going to start, but that takes some time. Okay. Yeah, this is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. fixed time. Okay. This will not be changed. Any other questions? Yes, monitoring tools. Yes, monitoring tools, very powerful tools covered in our course. In AWS, CloudWatch, CloudTrail. In Kubernetes, Prometheus, Grafana. Those are very high powerful tools, right? Yeah, so monitoring tools will be covered in our course. Yes, so many tools are there, but we don't require all the tools, right? So if you learn 3, 4 tools, that is enough to you, right? Yeah. So now let's go back here. This is the course information. Next one is instructions to attend this course. So you required one laptop or desktop is mandatory with 8 GB RAM. You need one laptop or desktop. That is mandatory for practice. Okay. So you have to attend daily live class for 1 hour daily, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. So daily 2 to 3 hours you need to practice. Practice is more important, right? Yeah, weekly tasks will be provided and also monthly tasks also will be provided. Okay. In our course, 15 projects will be covered. 15 live projects will be covered. So every project, those are hands-on projects. Okay. If you learn those projects, if you practice that projects, so the same projects, same activities we perform in real time, you'll get very good hands-on, right? So that is why you need to focus on projects also. 15 live projects will be covered. Fine. Clear right up to here, everyone. Any other questions, anyone? MacBook is fine. MacBook also fine, but sometimes you get some errors. Better you can use Windows. Windows is, yeah, better you can use Windows because in real-time projects, always use the Windows laptops, right? Yeah, fine. Now, what is DevOps? So if anyone asks you this question, what would be your answer? So what we can tell, what we can say. So here, anyone ask you, for example, what is DevOps? You are learning DevOps, right? What is DevOps? If anyone asks you, so what we can tell them, right? So anyone having idea what is DevOps here, right? So development and operations. So any other answers, anyone? Any other answers, anyone? Right. See here. So DevOps is a set of practices that combine software development and IT operations. Set of practices. DevOps is not a tool, it is a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations. Right? Where the multiple tools are connected to each other to perform automation of all the activities. See here, what is automation? What is automation? So currently, whatever manual activities we are doing in real-time projects like code movement, code merging, code pushing, code pulling, so the manual activities we can do in automated way, right? By single click, we can deploy n number of applications. By single click, we can merge the code, we can push the code, we can pull the code. So developer develop the code. As a DevOps engineer, as a cloud engineer, what we will do? We can deploy the code on respective environments like development environment, QA environment, production environments, right? So how to deploy, how to work on that. So while working on DevOps tools, we'll see that. Okay. So automation. So automation is nothing but so manual activities you can do in automated way. It's a continuous develop deployments, continuous integration, continuous testing, and continuous monitoring. What is deployment? What is integration? What is testing? What is monitoring? Let's try to understand in going forward. So further slides we'll see that. Okay. So what is deployment? What is integration? What is testing? What is monitoring? See here. Yeah. So DevOps arena started in 2008. It is not new process. DevOps process started in 2008. Okay. So people are thinking like, see, it is a new technology, new process. Not like that. It is very old process. It was started in 2008. So by the time we used to use very old tools like Puppet. Puppet is the so automation tools. By using Puppet, we used to perform the automation activities. So currently Puppet is completely outdated. So in place of Puppet, we are using Ansible currently. So which is very advanced tool, very core tool, right? To automate the activities, we are using Ansible currently, right? Yeah, Ansible is 100% automation tool. Puppet is 50% manual efforts required here. This Puppet required so 50% manual efforts. Okay. Now see here we have two sections: developers and operations. What is developer? What is operation? Right? Developers, the people who are developing the code, people who are developing the applications are we can call them as developers, right? So operations are nothing but collection of all the servers, collection of all the go ahead, servers, right? Yes. Yeah, operations are nothing but collection of all the servers, all the devices which are hosted in the data center, right? So what is data center? Anyone? Data center is a right. Anyone having idea what is data center? Real time guys. No, voice is not audible clearly. So everyone getting the same error, same issues, or same voice humming is coming? Humming? Anyone have? Yeah. So can you confirm one more time, please? Rashida. Rashida. Others, it's clear, right? Everyone, my voice is clear, right? I can change the mic if you are. I'm able to hear. Okay, fine. So yeah, few people are getting humming, right? So you can check it out your mic, your speakers, and your audio. You can check it out once. Maybe network, right? Yeah, fine. Yeah, we are talking about data center, right? What is data center? Anyone? Data center is a anyone? Someone saying a location where servers are hosted. Yes. So data center we can say simply we can say like server room. Simply you can say server room where we host all the servers, right? Where we host all the devices like servers, network, storage, right? And load balancers, backup devices, switches, routers, right? So these are all we can host in the server room. Yeah, so we are discussing about data center, right? Now let us go back here. See here. So there is a Java project. There is a Java project. So if you want to start any project, so very first thing what we required, server setup required, right? So without servers, project will not move, right? Because so the data will be stored in the central location in servers only. So developers develop the code in their local workspace, local systems like desktops or laptops. The data will be moved to the servers. So why we move to servers? Because servers are having high computing power, right? Centrally we can store the data. So here admins will set up the servers. So like when we talk about servers, different type of servers are available. Different set of environments available. Development environment, UAT, pre-prod, right? Production servers. Development, UAT, pre-prod, production. So why we require different type of servers, different set of servers, different set of environments? So because development team, they develop the code on development servers. Okay. Once development is completed, that should be tested, right? Testing should be happened, right? So without testing, the application will not be deployed onto production, right? That is why UAT required. UAT. So pre-prod, before going to production, so the application will be deployed onto pre-prod. So everything is working fine, then finally we move to production, right? So that is why every organization they use, yeah, 3 or 4 environments, different environments, right? So development, UAT, pre-prod, production. Fine. Yeah, developer develop the code, admins prepare the servers, testers test the code, right? Fine. See here, 3 developers are working on their local workspace. For example, there is a application development. Application development. 3 developers are working on their local workspace, local systems. Okay. They develop the code, they modify the code, they test the code, right? Once the development is completed, they move the code to integrated servers like development servers, UAT or QA servers, right? Pre-prod servers. Finally, the code will be moved to production live environment. Okay. So what is development? What is UAT? What is pre-prod production? We will see that practically. Practically, we'll see that. Okay. Yeah. See here. Developer develop the code, test the code, admins prepare the servers. The code will be moved from one environment to other environment. So who will move this code from one environment to other environment? So DevOps engineers will move the code from one environment to other environment. This is one of the DevOps engineer role. DevOps engineer will not do any coding part. DevOps engineer will not involve into development part. DevOps engineer will not involve into testing part, right? So this is one of the DevOps engineer role. The code will be moved from one environment to other environment, right? So we'll take care of that. DevOps engineers. By using Jenkins, we can move. By using different DevOps tools, we can move the code. Okay. So this is one of the DevOps engineer role. Fine. So we are discussing about code movement, right? So by using DevOps tools, how can we move the code? How can we deploy the code? Let's try to understand. So developers are developing the code on their local workspace, local systems, local desktops or laptops. Once development is completed, they move the code to servers, integrated servers. So after that, so from local system to the code will be moved to GitHub, right? So this local workspace, we can call it as Git, local Git. Okay. So local workspace. What is workspace, anyone? Where developers start the work. It's kind of folder. In our local system, we create one folder. That is a local workspace. That local workspace, we can convert into local repository, which is we can say local Git. Basically, what is Git? What is Git? Git is a repository tool or version control tool. Git is a repository tool or version control tool. So this is the first tool, DevOps tool, which is very, very important tool. This is completely developer tool, not DevOps engineer tool. So developers always work on local Git, right? They develop the code, they modify the code in their local Git. So Git is a repository tool or version control tool. What is repository? Where developers store the code, right? So where the developers, developers, what they will do? They prepare the code, they store the code in their local workspace, local repository, right? Yeah. So Git is a repository tool or version control tool, right? So repository is nothing but where we store the code, right? So version control system. What is version control? For example, there is a application development. 10 developers are working on the application development. So few guys are working on front end UI development by using HTML code, developers. Okay. Few guys are working on back end API development. Few guys are working on database. So who is doing what? Who is doing what? How can we track? So this front end, back end, database, we need to integrate. Then only application will be built, right? But who is doing what? Who is working on front end? Who is working on back end? who is working on database. How can we understand? By using version control system. So this is the version control system, right? So version control system track the changes. It track the changes. Who did what? Okay. Yeah. So in local Git, developer develop the code. Once development is completed, they push the code to GitHub, which is the remote repository. Why the code need to be moved to remote repository? Why they need to move to remote repository, right? So from remote repository only Jenkins take the code. So this is a build and release process. We can say this is the build and release process. So every project team, every organization, they're using this build and release process. So this we can say CI/CD process also. This we can say CI/CD process also. So local code, local developer, developer develop the code. The code will be moved to GitHub. So in this flow, our next tool is Jenkins. What is Jenkins? What Jenkins will do? Jenkins is the CI/CD tool. Jenkins is the CI/CD tool. Yeah. So in DevOps, we have multiple tools are there. All the tools are individual tools. One tool will not communicate other tool. So Jenkins is the mediator tool. It will communicate all the tools. It will integrate all the tools by installing plugins. Jenkins is the CI/CD tool. So Jenkins integrate all the tools. Jenkins is a mediator, right? Yeah. So Jenkins, we install Jenkins. So we can integrate GitHub with the Jenkins, Maven with the Jenkins, Tomcat with the Jenkins, Ansible with the Jenkins. All the tools we can integrate with the Jenkins here. Okay. So Jenkins is the mediator tool. It is the CI/CD tool. So in Jenkins, what we will do, for example, so my code is available in GitHub. My code is available in GitHub. This code I want to pull from GitHub to Jenkins. Okay. So in Jenkins, what I will do, I prepare jobs. I prepare job. What is job? For example, I want to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins. So why we need to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins? So whatever code developed by developers, this code this code should be deployed onto target servers. For example, I'll show you something here. For example, there is a Flipkart application, right? Flipkart or Amazon shopping site, anything. So this application developed by someone, right? Some developers. So once this application is ready, once testing is completed, everything is completed, this application deployed onto some servers, production servers. So once it is deployed onto production, then we can access through internet, right? So developers develop the application, right? So here developer develop the code in their local Git. That code will be, the code should be moved to remote repository. From remote repository, Jenkins take the code, pull the code. So by triggering the job, by running the job. So once we schedule the job, as per the schedule, Jenkins trigger the job. The code will be pulled from GitHub to Jenkins, right? So whatever code we pull from GitHub to Jenkins, which is raw code, What is raw code? Unstructured code, unformatted code. That raw code we cannot directly deploy onto application servers. Raw code means unstructured, unformatted, right? Yeah, so that is why that raw code should be converted into proper structured way. That is why we are integrating one more tool here, which is Maven, right? Whatever code pulled by Jenkins from GitHub, which is raw code directly we cannot deploy onto application servers. That is why we are integrating one more tool, which is Maven. What is Maven? What Maven will do? So Maven is a build tool. Maven is a build tool which will generate artifacts. What is artifact? So it's an archive file, binary file. So when we talk about artifacts, so in the development environments, normally three types of developments are available, right? So for example, development team working on Java application development. In that, three types of developments are available: desktop application development, web application development, enterprise application development, right? So if the application is a desktop application, so Maven generates jar file, Java archive file. Desktop application. What is desktop application? For example, calculator. For example, calculator. or calendar. So this is a desktop application, right? This calculator work in my laptop. My calculator you cannot access. Your calculator I cannot access. That work in my local system only. That is the desktop application, right? So if the application is desktop application, Maven generates jar file, Java archive file. If the application is web application, what is web application? For example, Flipkart, web application. That we can access through internet. That we can host on server, right? So enterprise application, one more application is there, enterprise application. So which is enterprise level we use. Millions of requests comes like digital applications, right? So based on the application development, Maven, what it will do, it will convert into one jar file or war file or ER file. Respective formats it will convert. Once it is convert, we'll give back to Jenkins. Jenkins push that artifact to respective target servers. Here we deploy the jar file, war file, or ER file. This is build and release process, CI/CD process. Don't confuse here, freshers and non-IT guys. So very clearly we'll go this. This flow is very simple, very easier. First time little confusion will be there. So don't confuse here. Okay, so this flow will be explained again and again while working on DevOps tools. Okay, so any questions up to here, anyone? Any confusions, any questions up to here, anyone? Anyone having any questions up to here? So in the CI/CD flow, you can ask me now if you have any questions. Then we'll move to next slide. This is build and release process, CI/CD flow.
One
Yeah,
question,
go ahead.
please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you are saying that is when programmer is doing the job, he's coding. So you are saying it will be from the GitHub, it will be pulled into the from the Jenkins, and it will be raw code. What do you mean by raw code?
Raw code means unstructured code, unformatted code, different files, different formats, right? The different formats will not understand by application servers. So that is why that should be converted to proper structured way. Then only.
No, can you give example? For example, when somebody is doing the coding in Java or Python, the editor already have its own environment. It will be edited according to that one. No? So why it is unstructured code?
Yes. So while working on deployments, I'll show you
I'm not
definitely.
programmer, that's why
Yes. Yeah. So right away, it is not possible. I'll show you
I'm unable to
practically. I'll
understand
show
this.
you how to generate war file, jar file, ER file. So what is raw code? How can we check the raw code? So that we will see practically. Wait for some time. So while working on the tools, so definitely I'll show you that. So right away, it is not possible. So if I show you right away, everyone will be confused. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? So raw code means just like raw material.
Yeah, no, this is Neela.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Actually, this is job, I mean, AWS admin type. This training is last.
Your voice is not clear. AWS admin, not AWS
Yeah.
admin. AWS admin role is not there. It is AWS engineer, cloud engineer roles are available currently. No AWS admin. Okay. So admin is already gone. Server admin, network admin, right? So Linux admin, Windows admin, these roles already gone. So AWS cloud engineer role currently, right?
Okay. It is for 1 month course, right? It is useful for experienced people.
Yes. First, in our course, first we'll start AWS. Okay. After that, DevOps. After that, Azure. After that, Google Cloud. That is the sequence.
Okay.
So
Okay.
meanwhile, we
Is
can
this
cover Linux and shell scripting also.
okay? This is multi-cloud type of class.
Yes. Multi-cloud with DevOps. Yes.
Okay, multi-cloud is DevOps.
So why multi-cloud? Because every organization they are using at least two cloud platforms. If you learn multi-cloud, you can fit with any project, right?
Yeah. Till now, what you told that already I am using, but I am experienced with my person, but not front end and Java and everything. But I am back end developer like mainframe code.
Mhm.
So till GitHub, we use it to deploy our code and everything. We know what we code. But then after we don't know anything and mind what they're doing. converting
Yeah,
different format files to deploy into
right.
your operating system. That I don't know.
Fine.
That's
That we
what
will
I'm
discuss in
looking
our
at.
sessions. Okay. So clearly, I explained that. So very clearly, our sessions would be like each and every tool will go very deep dive. So every concept will go very deep dive. I provide you documentation, right? So you will get very good
Mhm.
hands-on,
Okay, thank you so much.
right? Someone asking some question here. Do we need to prior knowledge on any language? No, no required. So no language required here. No
One,
developing background, no
one,
testing background, nothing required here.
please.
I am completely
What
new
you are
to this.
saying, the
Yeah,
administrator
go ahead.
code is already gone. A role is already gone. It means no more role for cloud administrator also not required now.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is
Gone.
breaking.
Cloud.
Yeah, someone asking documentation. Yes, I provide you
Okay.
documents.
I know that the on-premises administrator.
On-premises admin. Can you come again?
Yeah, that is gone. Okay. What about
Yeah,
the
on-premises
cloud
gone,
administrator?
right? So currently, no physical servers, right? In our project, 6 years back, 8 years back, we used to use 1500 servers. Currently, only 30 servers are available in my data center. Why? What is the reason here?
That's what I'm
Because of
asking.
cloud.
Yeah,
We migrated to
that,
cloud, right?
yeah, that is what I'm asking. When we move it on the cloud, so do we
Mhm.
still need the cloud administrator? That job is also gone.
So once we move to cloud platform, cloud vendor will take care, right? Physically, cloud vendor, AWS vendor, Azure vendor will take care, right? So virtually we can connect and we can create the servers. We can provide to project, right? So that is a admin role. That
So,
is a cloud engineer role.
this
That is cloud
cloud
engineer.
uh,
Your voice is breaking. Yeah. So I provide you my number. You can
cloud
ping
engineer,
me if you have
cloud or is also cloud engineer or cloud engineer role. Okay,
cloud
DevOps
engineer.
or
Yes,
DevOps
cloud
is
engineer.
different thing.
DevOps is
Okay, it
automation.
means
Cloud
that
is infrastructure
administration
management.
creation of the VMs, connecting, creating the gateways, all these are the roles are for the DevOps.
Yeah, that will be covered. Yes, those roles will be covered in our course. Yes. Okay. Fine.
కోడింగ్ ఉంటుంది సార్ లాంగ్వేజ్ దీంట్లో కోడింగ్ కోర్సులో.
Coding not required. No coding. Zero coding.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Fine. Yeah. Now let us go back. See here. So whatever code developed by developers that will be moved to GitHub. From GitHub, Jenkins take the code. So convert into artifact like jar, var, ER by using Maven. That will be deployed onto target servers, application servers, right? Yeah. So people are asking about raw code. What is raw code, right? So for example, in your laptop, you have 100 documents are there, PDF documents. So I asked you to send those documents to me. What is the simplest way to send those documents to me? How can you send that? So instead of attaching 100 documents to email, so you can convert into one zip file and attach to the email and send it across. So the same way, same process will be happened in the Maven also, right? So whatever raw code received by Maven, that raw code will be converted into one jar file or ER file or war file. So it is a binary format that will be give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push to application servers. Here we deploy the war file or jar file. Fine. So this is the end-to-end deployment like this. Yes, yes. Even dev, QA, production, any servers, right? Yeah. So automation tools also available here. So in our course, we learn Ansible, Chef and Puppet we are not using currently. So we learn Ansible. Okay. So how can we use Ansible to automate the activities? So how can we work on Ansible? So what is Ansible? How can we deploy the code by using Ansible? How can we automate within 1 minute? How can we deploy 300 servers, 1000 servers? So while working on Ansible, so we'll discuss, we'll go deep dive. Okay. So by using Ansible, at a time we can deploy 1000 servers, 10,000 servers also. For example, I want to deploy Java. I want to deploy Java on 10,000 servers. If you want to deploy manually, that takes more time, right? By using Ansible, by single shot, single click, 1 minute, within 1 minute, we can deploy. Not only Java, so n number of applications we can deploy within 1 minute by using Ansible. So Ansible is very powerful tool, automation tool. So by using Ansible, we can deploy so n number of applications within 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So even Ansible also we can integrate with the Jenkins. So how can we integrate? By installing plugin. So if you want to integrate any tool with the Jenkins, we require one plugin. What is plugin? It's a package software, right? Once we install that, yeah, so Jenkins start communicating with the respective tool. Fine. See here. Sorry. Agent of, yes. No. Agent not required. That is package, small package. No agent. Okay. Yeah. See here in our course, we are going to learn AWS Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform. 3 clouds will be covered. So AWS takes this will take 40 days nearly. AWS will go very deep dive, right? So Azure, as per the content, will go because AWS, Azure, GCP, all the platforms are same. If you learn AWS, you can handle any platform, right? So if you are understanding, if you are good in driving, you can drive any car, right? Same way. So AWS, Azure, GCP, all the cloud platforms are same. So terminology would be little different. Terminology. That is why AWS we go very deep dive. Azure and GCP, so we'll cover most of the services. Okay. Yeah, Linux also will be covered. Linux will take so 3 to 4 sessions only. Linux, whatever commands required, whatever services required in Linux for a DevOps here, those will be covered. 3 to 4 days only. Okay. So Git and GitHub, this will take 5 days. Git and GitHub will take 5 days. Jenkins will take nearly 8 to 9 days. Very deep dive will go, right? Maven, Ansible, Docker, these are all advanced tools. So Kubernetes, Terraform, Apache Tomcat, shell scripting, Grafana, Prometheus, SonarQube. SonarQube is the code review tool. 15 live projects will be covered in our course. 15 live projects, right? Once start working on AWS. Once we start AWS, in that, so yeah, static website hosting, right? Auto scaling, networking, right? So yeah, every service will go very deep, right? So 15 live projects will be covered, right? Linux models, these are the Linux models will be covered in our course. So Linux overview, architecture of Linux, Linux folder structure, Linux origins, what is operating system, Unix and Linux differences. So Linux file system architecture, basic commands, advanced commands, filter commands, deployment commands, editors, filter commands, everything will be covered. Okay. It takes 3 to 4 days. So these are the tools we are going to learn in DevOps. These are the tools. These are very important core tools. Okay. Yeah. So Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. These are all very advanced tools. So we are going to learn this many tools, but we don't use all the tools in real-time projects. So 2 or 3 tools only. 2 or 3 tools. Project to project. So one of my friend is working with Wipro. So they are using Kubernetes and Jenkins. One of my friend is working with Messenger. They are using Ansible and Git. So like that combination of the tools. If you learn this many tools, you can fit with any project, right? So every tool will go very deep dive. Every tool will go very deep dive. Clear, right, everyone? Online guys. Any questions here? Anyone? If you have any question, you can ask me now. So these are the tools we are going to learn. Support, what kind of support we provide? Daily recordings, FAQs, frequently asked questions, supporting documents, sample projects, resume support. I build your resume. Technical support. So while practicing, if you face any issues, I give you support, right? Until you get job. Okay. Mock entries will be conducted. Certification support also I give you. If you want to write certification, let me know. I give you support to clear the exam. Okay. These are the numbers. This is my personal number, second one. This is the institute number. Both the numbers you can store, you can save in your mobile. Yeah, so if you have any more questions, if you want to talk to me, right, you can reach out to this number. every student is having my number, right? So you can save my number. So if you have any questions, further questions, you can reach out to me. You can call me, WhatsApp me. So we'll discuss. Okay. So both the numbers you can save in your mobile.
Hello.
Just a minute. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Today first class kada ఇది ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ కదా.
Yeah, this is
Ram,
demo
can you
session.
hear
This
me?
is first class. Yeah, 1 minute, please. Classroom guy asking one question. Which which software? Right. Yeah. So all these softwares we install in cloud only. Don't need to worry about local system. We don't install in local laptop. So we create AWS account. In that AWS account only, we can deploy all the tools. That is freeware. No need to pay anything. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, please. Online guys. This is the first session. Yes. Someone asking. Go ahead, please.
So, Ram, are you gonna cover in depth of like the DevOps, like code lines
Yeah.
of the
So this is
cloud,
in-depth course, right?
AWS cloud, and all those areas? Or
AWS
no?
takes
But your core
40 days.
curriculum did not include anything about these code.
What you required? What are the services you required?
Hello.
Tell me. So you can check my
No,
content.
I'm talking.
It is nearly 42 services will be covered in AWS. Nearly 42 services covered in AWS.
Yeah. Those are like the cloud services. Okay. I'm talking about like in particular about AWS DevOps. Okay. So you'll be using those services to configure your DevOps pipelines and those things. Are you
Yes,
gonna
yes,
cover those things in your classes
yes.
too, or?
Pipelines also will be covered. CI/CD pipeline, right? So all the pipelines will be covered. Multi-branching pipeline, right? Pipelines, different pipelines are there. All the pipelines will be covered in our course. Check the content one more time. Okay. Yeah. Share your number. Sure, I share my number. What about certifications? I'll give you details. Wait for some time. So tomorrow session that will be covered. As a normal student understand DevOps, and yes, anyone can learn, anyone can switch their current role to DevOps, or if you are fresher or non-IT guy, you can easily switch to DevOps and cloud role. Once come to the course, we are eligible to take a cloud engineer role, rather DevOps engineer role. If you get both, you can apply. Both you can apply. Do we cover all tools? Yes, all the tools will be covered. Projects will be covered. Projects will be covered. And when is coming to, it's coming small. Okay. So final making big organization, we need to cloud read. Okay. Yeah. So yes, don't need to worry about. So then which type of role? Yeah, roles, cloud role, DevOps role, multi-cloud role, whatever role, right? You can apply. Fine. Sorry. Yes, sorry. Yes. Yeah. Site reliability engineer, right? Yes. This course, yes. So these are the numbers. You can take down my numbers, right? Institute number, my number. So from Harsha Trainings, we provide, trainers provide their numbers. Okay. Other institutes, I don't know. They don't provide. Even trainer, they never interact with you, right? Yeah. I don't tell like that. But from Harsha Trainings, we provide our numbers. Every student is having my number. Okay. Fine. Any other questions, anyone? Can we expect interview support and job support? Yes, job support I cannot give you, right? How can I give job support? So I'm also working, right? So I can provide some contacts. My students are there. They give you support if you need. You can directly interact with them. I give you some contacts. So if you need any job support, you can contact them. They charge something, they give you support. But technical support, definitely I give technical support. So job support means every day, 2 hours, 3 hours, they need to spend, right? They need to explain something, right? So Python not required here. Shell scripting will be covered. Python not required. If you understand Python shell scripting, you can easily perform Python scripting also. Python coding not required here. Python scripting, right? So shell scripting will be covered in our course. Fine. Yeah, so tomorrow also same link will work online, guys. You can use same link tomorrow also. So WhatsApp group already created, 88 batch group. If you are interested, you can make the fee. So you'll get the account details tomorrow. So you can add into WhatsApp group so that we'll share all the information in the WhatsApp group. If you know, if you want to talk to me, if you have any more questions, you can reach out to me on my mobile number. I shared already my mobile number, right? No need to learn any programming language. Yes, no need to learn. So we don't require any programming language. So development background not required here. Yeah, coding background and testing background not required here. Okay. So this is purely automation role and a cloud role, right? Any last question, anyone? So yeah, tomorrow also same timings, okay, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So this batch timings, same timings fixed, right? So same link will work tomorrow, right? You can join 5 minutes before, right? Yeah, if you are interested, you can add into WhatsApp group as soon as possible. Fine. Yeah. Any other questions? If you have any more questions, you can reach out to me on my mobile. Fine. You can WhatsApp me, you can call me. So we can wind up here. So I'll share with you course content if you need. So you can ping me, WhatsApp me, I'll share with you. Fine. Yeah. Classroom guys, any questions? Anyone? Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow day after, no issues. Tomorrow or day after, you can make the fee, no issues. Tomorrow day after, you can attend. Fine, we can wind up here. Yeah. Thank you all.